Hi parents, we have some exciting news for this upcoming school year. As part of maintaining a good communication line between the home and the school, we are going to share what we call our GCRs, goal check reports, with each of our families. A goal check report is the information that we record as supervisors in our learning centres for each of our individual students every day. It mostly applies to just our primary and secondary students, but we have created files for all of our students. We are going to send links to each of you via email, which allows you to access the file for your particular family. You'll see at the bottom left hand corner of the screen that each of your children will have their own individual sheet that you can click into to see their individual information. Along the left-hand side of the screen, you will see we have separated into Term 1, Term 2 and Term 3, and each of those week numbers is there, numbered, so that you can stay on track with what we're doing in school. In the white section, you'll see that there are spaces to show whether scripture has been completed in a particular week, whether your child has completed their oral presentation, whether your child has earned privilege for this week, whether it's A privilege, C privilege, or E privilege. It will also show you the number of daily pages that your child is expected to be able to complete every day for that particular week. If a child is unable to complete those daily pages for the majority of the week, we reduce that number for the next week. If they can complete all of their pages every day for that week, we increase the number for the next week. So we're always challenging and motivating the students to achieve as much as they can in a day. But if they're struggling or they're at the point where maybe they're at new concepts that they just need extra time to grasp, we will reduce the workload so that they're still able to complete their work and not feel under pressure when they're in school as well. You'll see in the red column we have the total fine this week. What we do is we add up all of the demerits a child has earned in any given week, and then we fine them, we charge them for those demerits. We have red demerits and orange demerits. Red demerits have a much higher fine than orange demerits, and are usually associated with continually struggling with procedures or a particular procedure, or bad behaviour, undesirable behaviour, poor attitude, things like that. Whereas our orange demerits are procedure demerits. So, if your child leaves their flag up, they'll get an orange demerit. If they forget to put an X in their scoring box, they'll get an orange demerit. It's just to help them to remember the procedures they're supposed to be following. And so if you can look at that very quickly each week, you'll know whether your child has been doing okay with the procedures and behaviour, or if it's quite a hefty fine, it might be something that we want to look at together. Then each day we have separated into a few different columns. Attendance. If your child is not in school, it will show in this box whether we have an excused absence or an unexcused absence. If it's an unexcused absence, that means that we have not received an email. Remember, all absences must be sent to us at office@salechristianschool.com email address, so that we have something to say that we have an excused absence for that particular day or several days. The next column will show whether your child has had homework from a previous day completed, or if it has not been completed, or if it's not applicable. So you will see if your child is actually doing all of their homework, because we check the homework thoroughly when they come back to school. So when they might tell you, yes, we have homework done, sometimes we find that maybe they have some homework done, or maybe the majority of homework done, but not quite completed. And so you'll be able to see very quickly if that has happened and if it's a recurring issue. Whether the homework slip that the child brings home has been signed by you and returned to us will also be recorded. This is something that is required from our students, basically so that they're communicating with you that they have homework that day. Remember that parents are not responsible for homework being completed, just that you know that your child has homework. If they need access to a computer then for their e-pace, then they're able to get that from you. Or if you have plans and you haven't considered that homework might be an issue, then at least you're aware of it. And if needed, you can communicate with the supervisor the next morning to say that the homework could not be completed for whatever reason it is. Then in the next column, today's goals completed. This will be a yes or a no. Yes, your child got all of their pages that they'd set as goals that day finished in school, or no, they have something to bring home to do as homework. In the next column then, if they do have homework, we will record what homework they actually have so that you can be aware of the amount of homework that's there, whether it's going to be on e-pace, so they need access to a laptop, or if there are extra worksheets that need to be completed as well. Total merits earned is a column that will just show you how many merits your child has been earning throughout the school day, whether they've gotten their green dot, so they've been awarded for that. Maybe they'll get merits for getting a gold star in their test, or they'll get merits maybe because they showed good character in a certain situation and we wanted to reward that. So we will put the total merits earned and the reasons for those merits in that box as well. The next two columns show demerits that are earned. So red demerits, as I've already said, is more of behavioural issues. Orange demerits are procedures as well. This will show you if there are ongoing issues that we're having that we maybe need to sit and have a discussion about in person. We'll have a comments box as well for each day that might show us, if we had a certain incident that had to be dealt with, if there was maybe an accident that your child got injured in. It might show then if we have had uniform violations, and we'll record all of that information in the comments box so we have a record of it and you have access to that record as well. And then you'll just see that we have the same repeats for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of that week. So we're hoping that this will be a really useful tool. We know that time is short. We don't always get to meet in person with our parents, and so we want to make sure that you're fully aware of everything that we're recording, of everything that we're dealing with, without us having to go specifically to you every day or send you a message every time that something happens. You will have access to this full record, and if you have any questions or any issues with the file itself at any time, you can reach out to me directly, and I will have a look at that for you. So thank you very much for your time. I hope that this will be useful for you, and God bless you.